Gosh, this is what I always think, stuff like this. My grandparents would never have been able to imagine anything like this, and look at what you're doing now. We're here at Midlands 3D in Staffordshire, and we're about to take you on a tour of Paul's facility. Now, what's different about this place? In fact, no one's here yet. They're holding an open house event. In fact, the touring cars are coming off the lorry
just arriving
as we speak. But this is 3D printing, but manufacturing. So before we see the facility, what's happening today?
So we're opening the doors. We've just moved premises, and we're really keen to show everybody what we think good looks like. So from a manufacturing point of view, we've done MJF, we have post-processing, we have inspection, we have FDM upstairs, the largest FDM print farm, we think, in the UK. So we're super keen on it, on wanting to show what we can do and allow people to see everything while we can.
Let's go in. Right, okay, so what's really interesting and what I've really learned from just the few moments that I've been here is the infrastructure that goes behind 3D printing. A lot of hobbyists do this, but this is the commercial level, isn't it? I mean, just look at this place, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So we've tried to do a blank sheet of paper kind of build based on what we know needs to be in place to be able to scale. Even the ducting, you can see there's three extra extracts here, ready for more capacity when we need it. We've done everything to spec, we've done everything to, the ability to scale is super important.
So, obviously you've got the build goes in now, but this is automation now, isn't it?
It is, yes. So again, next level for us is to start making the most of what the machines can do. For years we've done just the standard, taking the build unit out, putting the build unit in. Really, for the future, what we need is a capability of the machines to actually operate by themselves. So less manual intervention, more efficiency in the process. And we can actually do that now with the automation. It'll take the build unit out and put the next build unit in during the night. We've literally added a fourth machine's capacity just by doing that on 3 machines.
I honestly didn't realise you needed to automate 3D printing quite now. I didn't think we were quite there yet, but clearly we are.
Absolutely. I mean, we were struggling to keep up, and we were kind of left with a point of, do we spend another £500,000 on another printer, or do we start making more out of the machines that we've got? And the important thing was, everyone's got to manage their costs. To be a realistic and a trustworthy manufacturer, you need to be able to operate at the right in the right sort of ballpark.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do was make sure that we start off right. We add the automation, we add the efficiency, and then every machine that we get after that will have exactly the same blueprint.
How many machines have you got in the building?
So from a MJF point of view, we've got 3.
Yeah.
FDM, we have over 40.
Oh my God.
SLA, a little bit less, and we have an SLS and SLA as well.
What are these?
These are natural cooling units. So we've actually had to purchase these to support the automation. So what happens is our throughput now is much higher with automation in place. So the automation means that we need to free up the build units quicker. So we're using now the natural cooling units to transfer the builds into those, let them cool properly, and then do the unpacking after that in the processing stations.
So that is all part of the infrastructure?
All part of the efficiency, yeah. So the drive to make sure that we've got the throughput, the speed, without sacrificing the quality.
I mean, you've got some components here as well.
Yeah.
Just to kind of show off for the event. Okay, so what's this area?
So this is post-processing.
Yes.
So yeah, it's an anti-clockwise kind of setup. Again, we've tried to make it very logical. So this is post-processing. In here we have part cleaning, we have part shot blasting, and we have the new power fuse, which is vapor smoothing.
Is that to create that?
Exactly. So we can take a standard grey part like that, we can put it through the vapor fusing process and the deep dye colouring, which we have from DyeMansion, and you'll turn what is a very basic looking part into a production ready part effectively.
Yes, there's a big difference there. You can see that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gosh, this is what I always think, stuff like this. My grandparents would never have been able to imagine anything like this, and look at what you're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, it's true manufacturing.
What's this on the front, sorry?
So this is the automation system. So what we have is the ability to queue up multiple builds or multiple processes. So that as we're wanting to vapor smooth a batch of parts, we can queue them up, leave them overnight, and we come in the morning and they've all been done overnight and ready to be processed. So again, about efficiency, it's about throughput, about getting it right.
And being able to, this is manufacturing. This is the difference. Is this why you've got 3D print manufacturing?
Absolutely. So we started off as just Midlands 3D, and I added the 3D print manufacturing strapline because that's really where we were going. It was obvious that that was the way that the customers were going. It's obvious the way that the market was going. So we needed to add a very clear message that yes, we do manufacturing. We do batches of 50, 100 parts or more without fail every single time, pretty much now.
You just look at these different components that you can I mean,
Yep.
look, I'll just go show. Look at these. Wow. You've just, and the finish of the components. I mean, we went out to HP in Barcelona. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a facility with so many machines bar in Barcelona.
Yeah, and to be honest, there's two ways you can do this. You can either throw lots of machines at it, which is high capital outlay and floor space and power, or you can sweat the asset, you know, try and get a bit more efficiency out of them, and that to us is where we're going. It's about automation and it's about efficiency.
You only really see that, in my opinion, I've only ever seen that with subtractive machining, not additive, to sweat the asset, and that's where you're at now.
Absolutely, and that's, you know, where we need to be geared up for the future so that we can do that.
Why have you got the British touring cars being loaded off the lorry today?
So we've had a 3-year partnership with them so far. We've already signed up for next year and the year after that. Where we supply lots and lots of parts for the cars. So they're actually bringing some of the ducting and the parts you were just holding a few seconds ago. They are the air ducts that are used in the race cars. We've helped them produce parts that they couldn't have done any other way. So we've now bringing the vapor smoothing in. We're bringing the added capability of the technology, and it's just a great showcase for what's possible. You know, we've got the technology coupled with the high performance requirements, coupled with the brand, BMW and West Surrey Racing are, right up there. So, for us, it's a great showcase of what's possible.
Right, let's head upstairs.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. When you said 40 machines, I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, so this is the FDM farm. So FDM printing is the more traditional kind of printing that most people are probably familiar with. So we've gone large in terms of capability and throughput. These new machines are super fast, super capable. At one point in our history, we had over 100 machines. We don't need that many machines now because technology is evolving. So again, we're keeping up with the latest technologies and using faster machines to still get the throughput.
Oh, I see. So you've got multiple parts on a build as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So all these, there's 2 ways of achieving volume. So we can do multiple parts on a single build, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily help lead time. So we also go with multiple machines to allow us to separate a job out and deliver it quickly.
I mean, you're taking 3D printing to another scale now, aren't
Absolutely, yeah. So it's really all about now being prepared to be taken seriously as a manufacturer. Ultimately, what we're after is contract kind of requirements, people recognizing, yes, we can do it with good materials, yes, we can do it at scale, and yes, we can do it quickly. Probably more quickly than most other manufacturing capabilities.
Where's the future? What are the industries? What advice would you give to people?
I think if I was going to give advice to customers, it's come and see what's possible.
Yeah.
It really does open people's eyes when you come and see what the technology is doing now. I think there's a bit of a stigma that 3D printing can't produce production quality parts.
Not after seeing this.
Absolutely, yeah. The technology has evolved massively, both in FDM and MJF, of course. Come and see what's possible. We have open doors. Today, actually, we're not producing as much as we would normally because, of course, we take NDAs very seriously, so there's not much going on today. But, we'll open our doors and we'll show you what's possible. And then, who knows, we can help in that design process, we can help in the adoption of what's possible.
Right, can't wait to see what happens today. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.